Our new program is called the Second Chance Breakfast, and it's a hybrid of a few different alternative breakfast formats. It includes a breakfast before the bell, a breakfast after the bell, a grab-and-go breakfast, and a breakfast in the classroom model. And we serve about 450 to 480 of our students every day, which is about 60% of our enrollment. The traditional breakfast format that was served before the bell didn't necessarily address the needs of the students that would arrive to school late, or maybe we didn't have their classes scheduled until the second period. And quite frankly, a lot of students, when they wake up in the morning, they're just really not that hungry. So the old format before the bell, they just weren't hungry, so they didn't take advantage of their opportunities for meals. The Second Chance Breakfast gives those students that either arrive to school late or don't get an appetite until later in the day, gives them an opportunity to still get a breakfast. The research has shown that starting your day off with a breakfast improves your ability to learn and retain information. So it's a positive effect on students in the classroom as well. I think the thing that made it successful here was that it was a collaborative effort all the way from the school board down to the students. It kind of takes all aspects of it to make it successful. Once we had the commitment from the school district at the administration level, then it was a process of communicating to the principals and the teachers and parents at home also to get the support that we needed to get the program off the ground and running. The Tukwila School District is a very diverse student body and community here. We have about 80% free and reduced in our district, and the reimbursement from the meals that we serve to our free and reduced students generally fund the program. With our Second Chance Breakfast, we were able to allocate funds from our existing budgets that operated the old traditional format and disperse them into alternative formats. And we did have to add some additional labor expenses. We had to purchase some equipment. We had to expand our infrastructure by building some walk-ins, purchasing some transportation carts in order for us to make deliveries to all the schools. We got a lot of support locally from federal grants. We also, the United Way of King County was instrumental in assisting us. They provided sources of funds for our purchases, as did the Washington State Dairy Council. They were key contributors to helping us fund the program in order to get it off the ground. Recently, the state of Washington passed a bill that mandated that all schools that have high percentages of free and reduced meals are now required to implement an alternative breakfast format in order to maximize the opportunity for students to receive free breakfast across the state. We actually at Tukwila are a little ahead of the curve in that we started our programs about 4 years ago. We implemented our first breakfast in the classroom format at our 3 elementary schools, where the students actually are served breakfast in their classroom and eat it during the first 8 minutes of their class. The year later, we implemented a grab-and-go model at Showalter Middle School, which increased our participation by 150%. Both those models are examples of what the new legislation is requiring school districts to implement. And so there's a lot of energy right now on the Tukwila School District because we've actually implemented the programs now that are being mandated statewide. So as a lot of the districts now are finding ways to implement these programs, there's been interest in seeing how we're doing it as a leader in the community to set the pace.